Welcome to SDH-HV Bercerita brought to you by Sekolah Dian Harapan Holland Village. I'm Ibu Trisan and I'm going to read for you a book titled Around the World in 80 Days written by Jules Verne. And we are in chapter 4 with the title Tricked. Here we go. At Allahabad, Fogg gave the elephant to their guide and jumped on a train. But Fix had reported Bercerita's fight at the temple, and as they arrived in Calcutta, Fogg and Bercerita were grabbed by the police and taken to the court. Fogg and Bercerita faced a week in jail. The poor butler felt terrible. Then Fogg offered the court £2,000. "Very well," said the judge. "You may go free for now, but we'll keep the money if you don't return." Fogg caught his next ship to Hong Kong with an hour to spare. Fix was furious. "But Hong Kong belongs to Britain," he thought. "I can arrest Fogg there." Princess Sauda, who hoped to find her cousin in Hong Kong, went too. When the ship stopped for coal in Singapore, Fogg and the princess went for a carriage ride. They drove past pepper plants and nutmeg trees, grinning monkeys, and grimacing tigers. Near the end of the voyage, the ship battled against a raging wind. Fogg remained perfectly calm, but Bercerita was in a panic. "We'll miss our next ship, I know it." In the end, they reached Hong Kong one day late. Fogg has missed his next ship, which was to Yokohama in Japan. "I knew it!" cried Bercerita. Fix was delighted. "Now Fogg's stuck here and I can arrest him." But luck was not on Fix's side. It turned out that the ship to Yokohama had also been delayed, so Fogg hadn't missed it at all. Even worse, Fix's arrest papers still hadn't arrived. Fix was desperate. Somehow, he had to keep Fogg in Hong Kong until the papers come. Fogg booked a hotel for that night and set off to find Awada's cousin. He sent Bercerita to reserve 3 cabins on their ship. On the quay, Bercerita heard that the ship was sailing that very evening, and so did Fix. "We'll leave at 6 tonight." "I must find my master," the butler cried. But Fix invited him to a smoky inn for a drink first. "I'm a detective and your master is a thief," declared Fix at the inn. "Nonsense," said Bercerita. "Fogg must not know his ship sails tonight," thought Fix, and bought the butler several more drinks. Before long, Bercerita was snoring and Fix had slipped away. Fogg was on the quay early next morning and Princess Sauda was still with him. Her cousin had already left Hong Kong and so, of course, had their ship. There was no sign of Bercerita either. "I'm afraid the ship left last night. I missed it too." The next steamer wasn't leaving for a week. But Fogg did not give up easily. Instead, he looked for another boat to take him to Japan. And finally, Fogg found a captain of a small boat who agreed to take them to Shanghai. "You can catch another steamer for Yokohama from there," he said. Seeing fix on the key, Fogg offered him a lift. Before the boat left, Fogg searched all over Hong Kong for Bercerita, but his butler had vanished. "Where can Bercerita be?" "I don't know, but I left some money for him with the police." For 2 days, the little boat spat through the waves. Then a great storm blew up and gigantic waves crashed upon the deck. The boat was tossed around on the sea like a ball. When at last the wind dropped, they had lost precious time. Even with all the sail hoisted, the boat couldn't go fast enough. Then Fogg spotted a steamer. "That's the one from Shanghai to Yokohama," said the captain. "Signal her," said Fogg. With a bang, a rocket soared into the air and the ship steamed over. As soon as it reached them, Fogg, Awoda, and Fix clambered aboard. But in the meantime, what had happened to Bercerita? He had woken up just in time to catch the ship to Japan. Rushing on board at the last minute, he discovered, to his horror, that Fogg wasn't there. When they landed at Yokohama, Bercerita didn't know what to do. He was wandering around in despair when he saw a poster. The poster said that, "See the famous acrobats, the long nose, last performance before they leave for the United States." Oh, and he thought, a touring show, huh? "Maybe I could join the acrobats," he said to himself. They're going to America, and that's where Fogg is heading next. Can you sing? Standing on your hat, with the top on your left foot and a sword on your right? Asked the owner of the group. Bercerita nodded. "Yeah, I can." "Okay, you're in." That evening, he took part in his first show. At the bottom of a human triangle. The crowd loved it, but suddenly, all the acrobats collapsed in a heap. Bercerita had spotted Phileas Fogg, jumped over, and ran over. Okay, everyone, that is the end of chapter 4. See you in the next chapter.